Name? Dylan Costa, he says, late and unbothered. Speeding. Only 5 over. Judge Caprio glances at the file. Charged with 35 and a 20. School zone, supposedly, Dylan adds, smirking. I didn't see kids. The prosecutor steps forward. School beacons active at 2:58 p.m. Children dismiss at 3 wow. Crossing guard reports a near miss. Dylan shrugs. If it was dangerous, someone would have gotten hurt. Caprio's tone cools. The law doesn't wait for harm. The prosecutor lays out the numbers. Radar unit reads 35. Device calibrated that morning. Signage. 2 posted warnings. Pavement stencil. Flashing beacons. Dylan. Beacons weren't flashing. Caprio. Counsel? City maintenance logs confirm activation. Pole camera faces the crosswalk. We have footage. Dylan leans back. Cameras can be wrong. Or painfully right, the judge replies. Mr. Costa, were you in a hurry? Everyone's in a hurry at 3 p.m. Did you see a crossing guard? I saw a vest. Doesn't mean there were kids. The prosecutor. Guard's incident card notes your plate, the make, the time, and a backward step to avoid your bumper. Caprio studies him. You told this court only 5 over. The statute enhances penalties in school zones because 5 can be fatal at 20. Dylan laughs under his breath. Come on. Caprio turns to the clerk. Subpoena the beacon log and pull the crosswalk video. Dylan folds his arms. Isn't this overkill for a ticket? It's caution, Caprio says. The kind the sign asked of you. The prosecutor adds, we also intend to introduce a public post made by Mr. Costa that afternoon. Dylan stiffens. What post? A statement about reading the road, not the signs. With a photo, your car, your hoodie, same date. Jokes aren't evidence, Dylan fires back. Sometimes they're confessions in costume, the prosecutor says. Caprio closes the file. Here's what we'll do. We will watch the beacons. We will watch the crosswalk. We will listen to what the road heard, the engine, the brakes, the squeal. Dylan's smirk widens, defiant. I look forward to my exoneration. Silence gathers like a warning. The judge's voice drops. I look forward to the truth. The clerk nods. The video's ready. Caprio. Play it. The first frame loads. A child's bright backpack frozen at the curb. The timestamp reads 2:58:23. The beacon glows. Dylan's bumper enters the edge of the frame. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. The screen shows the crosswalk alive with motion. The beacon pulsing, the guard raising a hand. A sedan with Dylan's plate glides in, steady at pace. No brake tap. Caprio. Stop at 2:58:26. The clerk freezes the frame. The child's sneaker toe peeks off the curb. Prosecutor. Resume. The guard steps back. One quick retreat. The tires skim past the stripe. Caprio turns to Dylan. Do you see the beacons? They look dim, Dylan says. The prosecutor clicks to the maintenance log. Lux levels verified 2 hours prior. Same intensity recorded. Dylan mutters, screen brightness. Caprio, we'll get to the audio. Another angle. From the pole mic, an engine's higher note, then a short squeal, almost embarrassed to exist. Caprio, that squeal is your brake's conscience, Dylan, or bad pads. The prosecutor introduces the social post. A screenshot appears. Dylan in the driver's seat, captioned, signs are for tourists, clock the cop, cruise the rest. Time stamped 3:10 p.m. Satire, Dylan says. I was venting. About what? Traffic. People freeze for nothing. Caprio. Including children? Calibration certificates arrive. Radar verified at 9:02 a.m. Patrol car log notes the read at 2:58 p.m. 35 imprimer. Defense counsel, retained by a quick text, slides beside Dylan and tries a lifeline. Your Honor, signage was partially obstructed by an overgrown branch. Our investigator took photos. Prosecutor. City grounds trimmed on August 3rd. This incident is August 12th. Caprio. Show me your photo's date. Defense hesitates. Yesterday. Caprio. The past can't fix the present. The clerk advances to 2:58:25. The backpack sways. The guard's palm stiffens. The sedan's shadow reaches the crosswalk before the bumper. Caprio. Mr. Costa, is this you? Dylan, it's my car. Is the speed wrong? I don't think so. Did you intend to slow? I didn't think I had to. No one stepped out. The prosecutor lays down a simple question. Who gave you permission to gamble with that pause? Dylan looks to his counsel. No one. Caprio's voice tightens. Now listen. The speaker plays a small, flat gasp on the pole mic. Someone on the curb sucked in breath. The room holds still. Caprio, that's what 5 over sounds like when a child hesitates. Defense tries again. Your Honor, we'll call the guard. Perhaps memory exaggerates. Caprio nods. Yes. Let's hear the person who had to move back to stay alive. Dylan's grin thins into a line. He draws breath to object, then thinks better of it. Caprio sets the witness chair, crossing guard to the stand. A vest rustles near the back row. The guard rises, eyes on Dylan, hand ready for oath. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. The crossing guard swears in, voice steady. Name's Rosa Mendez, 10 years at that corner. Prosecutor, what did you see? Beacons were flashing, kids lined up. Bell had just let out. Car came fast. This one, she says, nodding at Dylan. I stepped back because I felt the wind off the mirror. Defense, you felt wind? Rosa's gaze doesn't blink. Yes, it means too close. Prosecutor, did children step forward? One boy lifted a toe, then he froze. Defense, no contact though. Rosa, no thanks to him. A teacher takes the stand. Mr. Halprin, 5th grade. Dismissal 2 on 57. We funnel them to that crossing. Several saw the car. One student cried. Defense, could fear color perception? Halprin, fear prevents funerals. Dylan leans forward, impatient. They're dramatizing. Caprio, address the court properly. Dylan exhales. Your Honor, I was in control. I drive this route daily. If anyone really moved, I would have stopped. Prosecutor, you did stop. Dylan, I didn't. Prosecutor, the audio squeal? Bad pads, Dylan repeats. Caprio lifts a page. Telemetry snapshot from City Mike shows a decibel spike consistent with sudden brake pressure. Brief, but present. Dylan, reflex, not need. Caprio, a reflex usually follows a realization. Defense calls a friend from the passenger seat, Gabe. We were just late, that's all. Prosecutor, late for what? Gabe swallows. Pickup, we, wanted to beat the light on Thurber. Dylan turns, whispering, don't ad-lib. Prosecutor, so you were timing lights. Gabe, everyone times lights. Defense tries to contain the spill. Gabe, did you ever feel unsafe? Gabe looks at the screen, at the backpack. It looked close, but he's a good driver. Prosecutor, good drivers don't produce gasps. Gabe falters. We were running late. The room shifts. Dylan's jaw tightens. This is snowballing. Caprio, it's called testimony. Prosecutor, Your Honor, we request admission of defendant's prior school zone warning notices, 2 in the past year. Defense objects. Caprio reviews, then rules. Pattern speaks when promises were made. Admitted. Dylan grips the table. Those were warnings, not tickets. Caprio. Warnings are lessons before penalties. How many lessons do you require? The guard sits straighter. I watch faces from the curb. Most drivers carry worry or care. He carried a grin. Dylan snaps. I wasn't grinning at you. Rosa answers softly. You weren't seeing me at all. Caprio's eyes settle on the file. The state asks for enhanced penalties. I'm considering them. Defense. Your Honor. Caprio raises a hand. Before I decide, one more voice. The bailiff hands up a sealed note from the clerk. A parent's statement requesting to be heard. Caprio breaks the seal and reads silently. His brow hardens, then he looks at Dylan. You will listen to this. He clears his throat, and the first line hits like gravel on glass. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. Caprio reads, My daughter is the backpack. She told me later that time slowed, that her throat hurt from holding. Breath. She asked if the law saves kids before or after they get hit. The paper trembles faintly in his hand. I didn't have an easy answer. Silence pins the benches. Dylan blinks hard. I didn't hit her. Prosecutor. But you made her ask that question. Caprio sets the statement down. Mr. Costa, you were warned twice. You posted that signs are for tourists. You told this court 5 over is nothing. You heard the gasp. Defense muted now. Your Honor, my client is willing to take responsibility. Caprio. Responsibility has content. He enumerates each option, voice deliberate. I can impose the maximum school zone fine, assess points, order defensive driving, and refer your license for review. Or I can require something harder. 60 hours at that crosswalk under Ms. Mendez's supervision, including dismissal days. A written apology to the 5th grade class. Enrollment in the city's traffic responsibility program with a panel of parents and first responders. Proof due in 60 days. Comply, and I'll suspend part of the fine. Fail, and I impose the maximum plus a contempt hearing for any false step here today. Dylan's bravado flickers. You want me in a vest? Rosa answers before the judge can. I want you to feel what a curb feels like when bumpers ignore it. The prosecutor adds, and to post a retraction in the same tone as your brag. Defense whispers, take the program. Dylan scans the benches, then the still frame on the monitor, backpack bright as a warning flare. What if I do all that and it's never enough for them? Caprio, the law isn't a feelings market. It's a set of terms. Meet them, and the court will meet you. He gives Dylan a minute to choose. The second hand ticks loud in his own head. Dylan speaks without looking up. If I take the vest, do I still get points? Some, Caprio says, because the law still happened. And if I refuse, then we move to sentencing. Today. Defense murmurs. Humility now is cheaper than pride later. Dylan swallows. I'll do it, all of it. Caprio studies him. Say that to the record as if a child is listening. Dylan forces steadiness. I'll do it. I was wrong. I didn't treat that crosswalk like a crosswalk. Rosa's shoulders release a fraction. Caprio nods, but his face stays stern. Terms forthcoming. Miss Mendez will sign your timesheets. The school will confirm your apology. The panel will test your answers. Dylan nods, a small clipped motion. The judge lifts the gavel half an inch, then stops. One condition more. Dylan looks up, uncertain for the first time. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. Caprio's gaze pins the defense table. Your social post, he says to Dylan. You told the city signs are for tourists. You will stand in that class and explain why you were wrong. Without blaming screens, brakes, or beacons, Dylan nods. I will. And you will post the apology with the same visibility as your boast. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecutor recites the structure. 60 service hours, traffic responsibility program, classroom apology, partial fine suspension upon completion, 6 months unsupervised probation. Any noncompliance triggers maximum penalties and a contempt hearing. Caprio adds, 2 points assessed now. Further review held in abeyance pending performance. Defense. Understood. Rosa leans to the mic. Your Honor, may I say one thing to him? Caprio. Briefly. Rosa turns to Dylan. I don't want you humiliated. I want you awake. Dylan meets her eyes. I hear you. Caprio addresses the gallery. A driver's license is not armor against consequence. In a school zone, 5 miles per hour over is not 5. It is fear multiplied. This sentence isn't to break a man, it's to bend him toward caution. Dylan clears his throat. There was a moment I thought I had it. The audio made me realize I didn't. Caprio nods once. That squeal saved you from a different case number. The clerk reads the compliance dates. Dylan signs the acknowledgement. The pen scratches like a small verdict. Caprio. Mr. Costa, if you complete every term, the suspended portion of your fine will remain suspended, and this court will consider you corrected. If you fail, arrogance becomes expensive. Dylan. I understand. The judge pauses. One last item. The parent who wrote this statement consented to share the child's question with your class. You'll answer it with them present. Dylan's voice lowers. I will. Caprio. Good, Because the law must be heard by the people it protects and the people it restrains. He lifts the gavel. Sentence imposed as stated. The gavel falls, firm, final. The smirk is gone. In its place, a man who knows exactly what a curb feels like when a mirror passes too close. As the room exhales, Dylan glances at Rosa. He nods once, a quiet truce signed without paper. The judge turns his attention to the next case. Order restored, lesson recorded, ego retired. The clerk calls the following matter. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom.